Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Baking Biker. Today we say goodbye to Republic, Washington as we head west to Leavenworth, Washington. So, let's ride. So, out of town we go. Thank you, Northern Inn. Had a nice day. Nice little motel in Republic. There aren't many choices. There's probably 3 places to stay in Little Republic. And there's only one place for breakfast here called the Naughty Pine. And since we've eaten here 2 days in a row, we decided let's go down south. Let's leave town. And the next town with breakfast will be Wilbur. It's about 75 miles south of here. So we're going to head down there and get breakfast. Wow, look out there. Beautiful blue skies, little wispy clouds. It's going to warm up by the time we get to Leavenworth in the mid-upper 80s. So it's going to be a hot day when we get to Leavenworth. Wilbur, 67 miles. There we are. Okay, we got 67 miles. Oh, and a little ferry crossing too. We have a little ferry crossing to get to Wilbur. We have horses and llamas ahead, and they're in the middle of the road. And they're trying to get them out of the road, and so where we don't scare them. Open up my visor here. There we go. Now they're starting to move out the road. So she just asked us to go slow. Well, especially if that truck got to go. Okay. There's the llamas. They're crossed safely. There's the horses. They're grazing. They're not even thinking about us. So, okay. Well, you never know what you're going to get on these country roads. This is pretty cool in here. Not only cool as in temperature, pretty cool visually also. We have a creek running alongside of us. We have these cliffs and rock formations. And just the hills. It is really cool in the shade here. The thermostat now says it's only 50 degrees. I should have put on one more layer. I thought, oh, it's going to be warming up. It'll be nice. The sun will be nice. I don't need that extra layer this morning. But it's a little cooler here than I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy for some heated hand grips. Jacket is nice because it has a rainproof layer inside, or a windproof layer. I guess it would be a rain and windproof layer. And then also I have a quilted vest in there that helps keep my core warm. So it's just my arms that are a little bit cool in the wind here. We've been through here before on my GoPro, and last time we went through here, I had a bug fly onto my camera. And I remember coming through here because it's like, wow, look at those hills. Wow, look at that view out there. That's fantastic. We're going to be crossing that on a ferry. The Keller Ferry, 5 miles ahead. Well, that didn't take too long, so time to get on the ferry. Let's see where he's gonna park us. Well, let's go check this ferry ride out. Get up the bike here. So let's get some pictures. Off the ferry. Continuing south on Highway 21. I think this is still Highway 21. Thank you. Lake Roosevelt National Recreation Area. Yep. Just crossed over Lake Roosevelt, also known as the Columbia River. And off to Wilbur. Get down to second gear here. Wow, look at that view back there. We are leaving Lake Roosevelt, climbing up the hill, headed toward Wilbur. Now that we're up on high on the plateau area, you can see all the wheat fields out there. They just look like they just go on forever and ever and ever. So we're coming here to Wilbur, Washington, and we're going to stop at Doxy's Diner for breakfast. Yeah, we thought about going to Billy Burgers again because we really enjoyed it last time we were here. But Billy Burgers is not open for breakfast, so we're going to come to Doxy's Diner for breakfast. Well, we had a really nice breakfast at Doxy's, but before we leave Wilbur, we decided to stop at Billy Burgers so that Bill could get his picture taken with the Billy Burger sign. So now onward on Highway 174 toward Grand Coulee Dam. We're here along Banks Lake, just past the Grand Coulee Dam and Columbia River. And we're going to pull over and see about getting some pictures. Oh, there's our pull off up there. Get some pictures of, that is Steamboat Rock. I took pictures last year of our motorcycles in Steamboat Rock, but I have a new motorcycle, so I think I need a new picture, and Bill is missing the photo op. And we are going to get this picture. Pretty warm out, and I think I'll leave the visor up. There is Steamboat Rock. Got some nice pictures, somebody out there water skiing, and off we go. I really do like this road along Highway 155 south of Grand Coulee Dam along Banks Lake. You feel like you're in a whole different world than what you just left when you're up on the high plateau, the farming land, the wheat fields, the cows and horses, and now you're down in this coulee. So how they created Banks Lake is when they built Grand Coulee Dam, they pumped water up into this coulee, and they filled this coulee, called it Banks Lake, and this Banks Lake feeds irrigation for eastern Washington, or parts of eastern Washington. Dry Falls Dam to our left, because on our right is Banks Lake. This is cruise control. That is Banks Lake. This is the south end of Banks Lake, and the other side is, oh wait a minute, yep, where the water is getting channeled out of the lake into a dike system, and this is called Dry Falls Dam. You see? Pretty dry on this side. And water on this side. We have dry. We have water. So that is Dry Falls. And they say how that was formed is when the big master glacier in Montana, I think it was Montana, let loose. And when the water came rushing through here, it created the dry falls here. And everything you see out there. Because they couldn't figure out how some of the big boulder rocks got here. Because they seemed to come from like Montana. They're like, how did they get here? Well, they realized, or science tells them, that this was created from a glacier letting loose in Montana, that far away. And the water, so much water coming through here, it created the dry falls. And they're called dry falls because there's no water there now. Well, we're only a few miles west of Banks Lake and the dry falls. We come up on this high plateau and we're back into wheat fields again. It's amazing how the terrain around here just changes. Looks like they're going to be planting on our left, and must be getting close to harvesting on our right. We're headed down into a coulee now. There. Doesn't it look like a western picture, western scenery? You'd think you're in like in New Mexico or Arizona or something. But no, we're in eastern Washington, coming down into a coulee. So I wonder if this is what the coulee looked like before they flooded it to make Banks Lake. And now we're out of the coulee and back up onto a high plateau, back into wheat fields. Look at the change. Back into farming land. What a change. This is a really nice drive down this grade on Highway 2. It's a 6% grade for like 6 miles, and it's got nice little turns to it, and it's kind of in this nice little canyon. And this is just on the west side of Waterville, between Waterville and as you just turned off 97 on the east side of the Columbia River. Yep, there's the Bavarian. That is where we're going. It's just a half a block. It's the second driveway. That first driveway goes nowhere. Second driveway. Here we are, where the clock is at. Oh, and I feel a breeze. Oh, that feels nice. So we'll get in here, get checked in, get out of the heat, get in our registration parking. I gotta get turned around here. There we go. And see where we get to park. Pretty cute little old snowcat there. There we go. We finally made it. We'll get checked in and then go see the town. We're all checked into our room. We're unpacked, ready just to go explore Leavenworth. So let's go. I hope you enjoy the photos and the videos. Thank you for watching.